So our next unit is percents, is what we were going to be originally moving on to if we went back to school. Well, back to school in a normal way. I guess we are back to school. So we're just going to start off really simple today. So it's going to be a short lesson. I'm going to write the notes down so you can listen to this video, as well as the notes will be on here below. There just might be a little bit more explanation in the video. So the word percent means out of 100. So percent means out of 100. And we know the symbol for percent looks like this, right? You've seen it all before, I'm sure. Percent is also a ratio that compares a number or an amount to 100. So it can be written with 2 colons in the middle. So for example, say you got like 75 out of 100. As a ratio, it could be written like this, 75 to 100. That is also the same as 75%. Also the same as 75 over 100. So basically, a ratio is a fraction that is turned on its side like this and put a colon in the middle instead of having your numerator on the top, a line, and your denominator on the bottom. Okay, so all percents are out of 100. Obviously, not all fractions are out of 100. So you might have to find an equivalent fraction. So for example, here. So for example, if you had, say, 3 over 4, not out of 100, but can you make 3 over 4 into a fraction out of 100? Hopefully you're nodding your head and saying yes, right? We know that we can multiply 4 by 25, and then obviously we need to do the same thing to the top. So then that gives us 75 out of 100, okay? So any fraction can be made into a percent. Obviously, not all fractions will easily be able to multiply your denominator into 100. We're not going to get into how to change a fraction into percent if it doesn't multiply into 100 today, but that's just kind of the basics so far. So percents are out of 100. They look like a fraction over 100. They can also be referred to as a ratio on its side with the colon in between. So for example, if I gave you a couple, so say I said 12%, and I said, what does this look like as a fraction? And what does this look like? And don't worry about a fraction in lowest terms, just as a fraction. And what does it look like as a ratio? So I'll give you a second to think about that. So hopefully you were thinking, okay, it's a percent, so I know it's going to be out of 100, right? 12%, so 12 out of 100. As a ratio, you take that fraction, you flip it on its side, 12 out of 100 as well. And of course, if you wanted to go lowest terms, well, you get smaller, right? Divide by 2 would be 6 out of 50, but you could actually divide by 4, which would be 3 out of 25. But in this case, it works this way, okay? So for this type of percent, this is all you need to know for what you're going to be practicing today. Okay.